All right, really good. Welcome, welcome. So glad to have Sarah, Che, and April with us today. And if anyone else joins in, that's great. But I'll be closing the room down in about, I don't know, maybe 10, 15 minutes, maybe sooner, maybe 10 minutes. So yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and get started. This is Recode Wednesday. It's my favorite day. I love recodes. I love doing them. They're so much fun. I love the outcome. I love the movement. So let's get in the flow. Let's go ahead and get started. So, write down for me in the chat box, what is it that what are you working on creating? I mean, April already got her new job. She needs to kind of step up and start creating something different now. So sometimes that happens. And last week when things got squirrely, especially for those of you who are really sensitive, you were feeling the tension. It's like, like I said yesterday in one of my talks, it was like, it's because the unconscious mind knows that you're about ready you're really serious about this and you're making this happen. And it starts saying, oh, no, go back here. It's too scary. Got to be safe. And you guys broke through, and kudos to you for staying in that creative tension. The Recode is a big help, reaching out for help when you get squirrely like that, because it's so important to stay in the tension and letting go from the old to the new, to what it is you're working toward your true end result. So good. Creating resources to facilitate living my true nature and purpose. Perfect, Che. Really, really beautiful choice. Yeah, the resources. I'm not sure what all that means. Is it just, I thought we had to talk about it. Was it money? Was it just about money? It wasn't about your money, right? Yeah, it's just kind of a resource to facilitate. Is there any resistance around that word resources? And is there any kind of feeling of, I don't know how to do that, so, I would just ask you to kind of dial that in and see if there's any resistance just around getting the resources, rather than just facilitating, my true nature and purpose, or just living my true nature and purpose, and having all of that just kind of resolve itself as we go through. It was just creating a healthy, fit body for energy to keep experiencing the life I love. Beautiful. That's that beautiful secondary choice I was talking about. For some of us, it now becomes the first choice. I know that's actually mine right now. I'm working on my fit body. I've lost about 11 pounds. Woohoo. People are noticing, which is nice. It's been a lot of years, and at my age, it's harder to do these things. So I appreciate that I'm getting in the flow with that. Really good. So getting into that true choice, feeling resistance to saying creating the money versus connections, right? I'm feeling resistance in saying creating the money. Yes, connection is a lot easier to say, and in the context of what you're talking about, I agree. I think that the connections is because you're serving. I mean, bottom line is, are you doing anything for money, right? No, you're doing it for your true nature and purpose. You're doing it to live a life you love. We are in a society where we exchange goods and services for money, and it's just an easier exchange. It's just a measurement. Money is just a measurement, but we have so much power and so much resistance built around it. Yeah, open to connections. Yeah, that's a beautiful. Oh, the word open, Sarah, that's huge. The word open, really, opening up your heart, being open and receiving. We've talked about that before, having the ability to go ahead and receive, letting it in. Really, really good. Awesome, you guys. All right, so let's go ahead and get into that true choice. Let's show the mind and the body where we're going, and we can add some new things. And if this may have changed for you. Now the job's out of the way, for example, or the book, maybe some chapters have been written and you're on to different things. Now you have to contact a publisher. So for those of you who are on the replay tonight, you're creating different things, a new job, a job you love, a job that's fulfilling to you. So those things are what you're working on. So go ahead and close your eyes. And go ahead and get back into that body. Let's just say hello to the body. And breathe. And let's just get down in the heart. And the fastest way to do that is just to be grateful. Find something that you're grateful for. I'm grateful even if it's that the sky is blue today. Even if I know that the sun is shining behind those clouds, wherever you are. Yeah, whatever that gratitude is for you, just go ahead and feel that gratitude and appreciation, opening up your heart space, getting into your heart. Thank you. Thank you. Just so good to be grateful. Thank you. Thank you for all that I've been given. And breathe. And just relax and just start releasing. Just go ahead and put that grounding cord down, or that grounding, whatever method it is that you use. Go ahead and do that now. Go ahead and put down the roots or put down the grounding cord from that first chakra, which is what I have taught. And just breathe and release. Just give that first chakra the permission to go ahead and release. And just let go. Just feel how good it is to feel, open it up. Just open up and let go. Just letting that go all the way down that grounding cord of those roots, all the way to the center of the earth. You don't need these old energies. You don't need the old pictures. The old pictures get stuck. Images of past events, they get stuck in our aura. They just get stuck in our system. And then, we ruminate about them and they get stuck in the body. Just go ahead and give the body permission to let go of all that. Just go ahead and let go, body. Thank you, body. That's right. Just let it go. Don't need it anymore. All right. So I'd like you now to go ahead and see your desired result. I'd like you to see it with your own eyes. Be there now. You are it. Be it now. You are your end result. It's 6 months, a year out, whatever that time frame is. You already achieved it. You already achieved it. It's already there. It's already yours. You did it. Congratulations. Congratulate yourself. Feel the pride inside of your heart and inside of the cells of your body. Let your cells just be electrified with the excitement and the joy, the amazement. Oh my gosh, you did this. Where are you? Who are you with? See what you're doing. Put your body in the position it would be in. What are you wearing? Right? What are you hearing? What fun activities are you doing? That's right. Just experience it. Take a nice deep breath in. Really good. And go ahead and open your eyes and come back to me. Really good. All right. How was that? What kinds of things did you get from that? What did you see? What did you feel? Mostly, how did it feel? That's really what's most important, is tuning into that feeling. How did that feel? Poor April. I think she has to go on and off of her phone just to type. Is that what happens? In order to type, you got to go off the screen as possible. I'm sorry about that. Yeah. So what did it feel like? What did it feel like to have that? Chase says comfortable, sustainable. Exactly. It's such a different feeling, right? From when you're in your subconscious mind, you're like worried, right? How am I going to do this? I don't know. You go into victim. You go into that old box, that old structure that kept you stuck. And it feels so different when you get out into the heart, right? And when you get out into the superconscious, like it's fun, right? April says freedom, joy, it's loving, right? That's the difference. And that's how you know that you are in your old structure when you're going, around, like we were doing last Monday and Tuesday. There was a lot of crazy energy last Monday and Tuesday, Che. I don't know if you've seen any of the talks about that, but Monday, Tuesday were squirrely of last week. They were really, really squirrely. And it was just because the breakthroughs were happening so fast and the unconscious mind was pulling back. And, those of you who stuck with it, you got through it and you made progress. It was awesome. Beautiful thing to see. So now you know the difference of where you are. And when you're in that squirrel mind or the monkey mind, right? Things are going and flying. You're out of body, trying to figure things out. You know that's the inner child. That's that unconscious mind that's trying to figure out things that it doesn't know how to do. So it's going to revert right back. So to get back in your heart, to just focus and get back on your end result. Really, really good barometer. You guys have definitely come into learning that by now, for sure. Really good. So let's go ahead and create the tension. This is the fun part. All right. So in contrast to that, what is the current reality? Is the current reality, is it stuck? Is it oscillating back and forth like a yo-yo, kind of moving some steps forward, kind of coming back? Are you in the flow? Is it in flow? Are you feeling flow? Or maybe it's a slow flow, but it's still a flow, right? What's the movement? Stuck, oscillating, or flowing? Go ahead and type that in for me so I have an idea what's happening. And if you're at home tonight or over the weekend watching this, you'll want to be writing all of this down for sure. It's all really, really important information. April says, stuck and heavy with my health. Right, stuck and heavy with the health. Yeah, I think that's kind of a newer, we just kind of got started on that, but yeah, stuck and heavy. Good, we're gonna move that. Chase says, energy's up and down, confidence is up, moving forward, and then doubt and getting stuck. Yeah, so that is definitely the old structure. That's the unconscious mind. It takes a while to get there. You're getting there. So you're noticing these things and you're getting there. You know how to get back in the flow. So yeah, unconscious mind is going to come up. It's going to say, let's create some self-doubt and get him back in his stuck place. We don't like the fear. We don't like the fear. But who was it that said, I think it was April said it last week, just, I love my unconscious mind. And I'm like, bam, right? That was like so amazing. And it's true, because no parts die. And that's the important part, is that all parts of us are us. They are us. How can we deny them, right? When we deny them, that's when we shove them down, that shadow gets created. We just make a whole lot more trouble for ourselves. Sarah, I'm not sure if you're wanting to be, okay. Are you wanting to be on direct message with me? Because if you're direct messaging with me, maybe you don't want to share. I'm not sure. Yeah, okay. Now you're Sarah says she's like flowing over sharp rocks, jagged edges, feeling lonely a lot in all the things. Oops, feeling good and two of my four. Oh, feeling good on 2 of 4 of my lenses. Good. You have branched out and you've got 4 lenses going. Good for you. That's awesome. Flowing over sharp rocks and accidentally. Okay. Accidentally sent that to me in the direct message. Yeah, it should be on everyone. There we go. Really cool. Thank you. All right. So there's the current reality. What does it feel like to be in that structure that you've created? What's it feel like? What are the emotions that are coming up for you as you think about your end result? When you think about taking those steps and what comes up, what's the unconscious mind throwing up at you? It's literally throwing up. But what is it throwing up at you? What emotions? What are its tricks? You're learning the tricks here. What are the tricks that it's using to pull you back? Go ahead and write that down for me. I really want to know that. That's such a good question. What are the tricks that are being thrown up at you? What emotions come up for you about being stuck and about, moving forward? Because there's a reason why you're feeling stuck or oscillating. It says disappointed, sad you can't lose weight and you will always stay tired. Yeah. That's a really good story. That's a good story from the unconscious mind. It's a common story. I know. So it's easier. Unconscious mind. Yeah, I just went through losing 11 pounds and a whole really rigid diet. I mean, off the charts rigid. Most people dropped out and couldn't handle it. I stuck with it, honestly, because of this program, because of what we do here in the Recode. Otherwise, I'd have been with them. I'd have given in. I'd given up, just as I have done so many other times. It's hard to stay in the tension when the unconscious mind is like, no, you're starving me. I want to eat. Chase is frustrating, exasperated with myself that I keep faltering, losing motivation after having experiences of feeling so clear and motivated. Yeah. And again, being easy on yourself, you're going to go back and forth, because we're learning how to get out, and you get out, and then the unconscious mind says, your automatic default is to go back to the old way. Your automatic default is to allow your unconscious mind to pull you back. It's the easiest thing there for the unconscious mind to do. Pull you right back. And then Sarah says, saw myself in a ball gown at convention after creating a business 10 times the size I have now. The tricks are not good enough. And then way not able. The tricks are not good enough. So maybe the tricks not good enough, meaning that your tricks are not, the tricks of your unconscious mind are not able to sway you anymore. And then what's the way not able? What do you mean by way not able? No, not enough people on my team. Oh, okay, gotcha. Where do I meet more people? That's like, I think it's screaming at me in negative voices. Yes. Oh my gosh, those are good. Sarah, you got some good resistance going on. Feel that back and forth hugely. Yes. That I'm not able to create it. Right. And you know that that's not true, right? You already created it. First of all, you already have a business. So you already got the business. So you see how the unconscious mind is loving to play tricks on you. Right. The unconscious mind definitely say that not able, because the unconscious mind, you know what? The unconscious mind is probably 4 or 5 years old. So for your 4 or 5 year old does not know how to do any of that. Can't do it, doesn't know how to do that. But the adult you does. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. You said, yes, I already started it. LOL. Yeah. The unconscious mind. Yeah. It will always come up and say, you're not good enough. You need to know more. Got to go get more information. Stay back over here going around in circles. See how this works? Isn't this is amazing. This is amazing information, guys. Love it. Thank you. Thank you for sharing all this good stuff. All right. So what would one have to believe about oneself? And this is a hard question. What would one have to believe about oneself in order to create this structure that is stuck? What would one have to believe about oneself that they can't go and get that thing they want, that they have to create this stuck or oscillating situation? Sarah says, yes, the 4-year-old is having a flipping temper tantrum. It does. It does, and it will. Recode, recode, recode. Definitely. Yeah. So what would one have to believe about oneself in order to create this situation so as not to go for the thing you really want? What's the belief? What are those underlying beliefs? I can relate, Shay says I can relate. I have such important vision, mission, goals that I feel like bring so much incredible change, yes, in the world. Yet I struggle with opening to finding and trusting the right people to create team with. Yes. And that's, and that fear and that worry, that concern is a frequency that will attract a like frequency. So that's why we have to get you out of that frequency. We got to get you into the frequency that I'm creating this. These are the people I want. You get in the frequency of that, what you want. Excuse me. It's cold here in California today. And allergies are starting to fly. Yeah. So, and get into the creation of what it is that you want. And you're going to make this happen because you do have a big mission. You do. And then Sarah says, yeah, finding, it's like it's repelling people. Yeah, I'm not sure what that means, but I'm probably missing something. Oh, the frequency, your frequency. Yeah. April says, I'm not deserving of happiness and enjoying life. I'm lazy. April, that is so hard. You know, that is really, you know what? And I love that. Thank you for sharing. Because when you're not listening to that, when you're not giving into it, it gets nasty. You notice that? I'm not deserving of happiness and enjoying life, and I'm lazy and not worth it. Yeah. Yeah. And if I were in a one-on-one with you, I would probably dig deeper on that. You know, who or what does that sound like? Where have you heard that before? Where does that come from? You know, maybe a parts integration, you know, in the mastermind class, you've got parts integration, beautiful exercise for just that thing. Part of me says I'm lazy and I'm not worth it. And the other part says I am totally worth it. And then go through that really nice short exercise and just, you know, collapse them and bring them back together, reintegrate them. And we'll do a little bit of that today. We'll look on reintegrating those parts as well, because, you know, that's what we're doing here with the Recode. And Sarah said the frequency. Yes, the frequency. So got to get out of that 4-year-old child mindset, out of that. I don't want bad people. I want good people, right? It's that it's that back and forth, back and forth. You're gonna attract some people that are, I wish you could say that the entire team is awesome, but there might be one or two that are, a little bit less than what you were looking for. I was talking to a client on Saturday, and she's like, she's like, I don't know what to do with her. I'm like, well, I think you do know what to do with her. She's not working out. You just don't want to face the reality that, yeah, you hired somebody that wasn't right for you. So it happens, and you can fire them. It's okay. Free them so they can go off and be where they belong. Yeah. She says, my mind is going off worrying about money right now. Yeah. And having impulse to check bank. But yes, I get it. Rather than being in the flow. Yeah. Yeah. And the numbers, that's a mind game, of course. It's a reality. It's absolutely the reality. But getting out, the more you worry and focus on those numbers in the bank rather than the possibilities, the more those numbers are going to keep showing up, the numbers that you don't want. So let's focus on numbers that you do want. Let's, even get out of the numbers game and just be receiving the abundance, just receiving the job, or I'm not sure what all you're working on right now, or more money, or whatever that is. More money doesn't just come from a job. It can come from all different sources. And Sarah says, yeah, that frequency is so worrying me too, ignoring that part at the moment. Yeah. Yeah. Got to pay the bills and stuff, right? But the more we focus on the numbers in the bank account, the more fear we go into, the more we close down. I think it was the word was worry. Oh yeah, I think I got that. Yeah. Yeah. So worried about those numbers. Yeah. Yeah. When we're in worry, we need to release that. We need to get into our end result and stop the worry. Worrying doesn't solve anything. It all the worry does is allow you to procrastinate, to shut down. It's again another trick of your unconscious mind to keep you small, keep you what it's calling safe. That obviously, if the numbers in the bank account aren't big enough to pay your bills, that's not a safe place to be. It's just not. You got to take the steps, right? Chase says, crowdfunding Kickstarter launch is within, oh gosh, that's great, Che. Yes, and resistance has hard time to believe I can just openly share what I'm working on and people will support me having to work and without me having to work and struggle for it. Yes, yes. It's amazing, isn't it? Because that's a whole different possibility. The unconscious mind, that 4-year-old's like, I don't get that. We have to work hard. Our programming is work hard. Mom and dad, grandparents, they all program me to work hard. I got to do it myself. No, you don't. No, you don't. There's lots of help out there. And I think the crowdfunding, that's an awesome idea. Really, really good. I'm very excited for that to happen for you. Yay. Really good. Okay, so I'm just going to ask like 2 more quick questions. What concerns or worries come up for you? What concerns or worries come up for you as you consider taking steps toward that true end result? What are the concerns? What are the worries? What are maybe some judgments that you wouldn't want to hear from other people or even have of yourself, right? Just really unpacking this. What worries or concerns do you have? Does your subconscious mind have about having the thing you want? At home, go ahead and write that down. You are a part of this, even though you're not here right now, you are definitely in the field. I think as Chase says, I'm not empowered or committed enough to be consistent and follow through. Yeah, that'll stop you. That's a good one. I love that story. What will people say? April says, what will people say? Part of me feels like it's selfish and shallow to want to be healthy. That's interesting. Oh, yeah, definitely. April, parts integration on both of the things you've brought up. Yeah, definitely in order. I would do parts integration on both of those if after this recode, those are not completely blasted out. And Sarah said, worried about people saying that you won't get it. Oh, that is too hard. Yeah. Yeah. Worried about what other people are going to say. It's funny because a lot of the times we're worried about what other people are going to say that aren't even around. They're not even thinking about us. Are they thinking about us all day? Or what's that Sarah doing over there? All, you know, and some of those people are dead. They're not even here anymore. Right? Some of those people that were hearing those voices in our head aren't even on the planet anymore. Yeah, we are so out of their, off of their range or their scope that, yeah, exactly. Sarah says, hearing the family voice, I've got to work hard program. This is my first time in my life not having 3 jobs. Yikes. 3 jobs. Whew, that's juggling. I had 3 jobs. I did before this. I had 3 jobs. I was juggling them. Sometimes I had a 4th one. I was tutoring Spanish in my home with kids after school. I had to go pick up the kids. I had 3 jobs because I had kids. My kid, I had to pick them up, take them to, make sure they were in the places they had to be. I was interpreting. It was nuts. I was teaching. I was like, oh, it was crazy. Being a mom and needing, April says, being a mom and needing to have more time with my son instead of taking time, more time for my son instead of taking time. I think that means from him. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, definitely wanting to have more quality time with our family, our children. So important, especially when they're little, growing up so fast. I totally get that. And then, yes. Yeah. And then Sarah says, yeah, some of those people are dead. That's true. And still feeling as a single mom and working hard and yeah, make grocery money. Yeah. Got to put food on the table. Absolutely. And that's a big one. That's a big fear, right? I mean, that puts us into survival fear. And that first chakra, it just opens up like this and it goes really, really wide. And it puts us into, puts the body, because the body reacts to that. And the body actually is addicted to it. The body's addicted to that cocktail of chemicals and proteins and just the mess that gets sent down. And it just, and there are times when things will be nice and calm. And then all of a sudden you'll go into panic because the body's like, hey, it's time for that feeling. Where is that thing? Where is that? Because we're addicted to that now. And all this rush of chemicals just gets pushed down into the body. And life gets crazy because that 4-year-old doesn't know how to deal with it. So I was just seeing the results of working hard and not flowing. And then my kids saw a stressed mommy all the time. And now, now being rebellious. Oh, the kids are being rebellious? You know, it's also their age, hun. They're getting the age where they're just rebellious anyway. You do have a teenager, right? And the other one's a tween. What do you call them? A tweenie? Yeah. I get it. Sarah, April says, I get it, Sarah. I'm a single mom too. Yeah. And Sarah says, well, yeah, he's a tweenie. Yeah. The ages are, and it's, and here you go. You know what I mean? The unconscious mind will like to go to blaming the mommies. Yeah. Yeah. So the cocktail want to get rid of it. Yeah. We're going to get rid of it right now. I know we're stirring all this stuff up so we can bring it up so we know what to work with. So that's a cocktail I want to get rid of. Yes, that's right. Yes, you can have a vodka instead. Let's have something that's a little easier to deal with than the brain cocktail. Good. And so one last question. I really, really, really want this thing. Really, really, really want this, but what's your but? We're just really emptying this thing out today. No holds barred. We're really getting it out today. Really, really, really want this thing. You at home. What's that thing you really want it, but write down your butt. What's it holding you back? And breathing. Because as Sarah says, we are stirring it up. That's right. We are stirring it up. Just breathing and releasing. What's your butt? Write it in if you could so I know what we're working with. Or are you done? Did you empty it all out? There's always something hiding. That's why we ask, One last question. What's the but? Yeah, but that's okay. If you guys don't have anything, that's fine. We'll move on. Things are happening. So, thanks, Shay. But it means my life, I think it means my life will change perhaps unpredictably, and I don't know if I can sustain it. That's a good story. I love that story. That will hold anybody back any day of the week. And Sarah says, no money, we won't stay. You have to do it alone, but you can't trust other people to build this thing for you. Right. But there's no money. He won't stay. I misread that. And you have to do it alone. Right. Again, more good, powerful stories. Do you see how powerful your unconscious mind is? It's powerful. It's crazy powerful. Hopefully, we lost April. I wonder if she lost. And then Sarah says, all the pictures, all the stories, all the background. Yeah, exactly. Lost April. I wonder if she's going to come back because we're going right into the Recode right now. And I got to close the room so we don't get interrupted. April, are you coming back? All right. We'll leave it open. If she's lost internet, she's not going to come back anyway. So really good. Okay, guys. So let's. Oh, there she is. I'm glad I didn't lock the room. Yeah, really glad I didn't lock the room. Welcome back, April. You probably lost coverage or something. So yeah, if it happens again, just because of that, the interruption with the ding dong, I'd have to go in the programming to stop that right now. I can't do that right now, but yeah, we'll just, we'll deal. Let's go ahead and get started. So we answered the but, we got the but, and hopefully April, you got that, and you at home had that as well. So let's go ahead and go into the Recode. Okay. Well, first I want you to write down for me, excuse me, write down in the box for me. Considering all of this resistance, that all these amazing stories that your unconscious mind has thrown up at you and me today, what's your number? 0 to 10, 0 meaning I'm in the flow, no problem, I have it now, I got it all. And 10, I'm stuck, I can't move. Sarah's got a 9 exclamation point, better than a 10, right? April's at 10 and Shay's at 9. Really good. I expected those numbers because that was a lot of heavy stuff. A lot of heavy stuff was thrown up at you just now. Sarah said, more stuck than I thought. I know, right? Isn't it funny when you start digging down in here? It's like all this stuff starts coming up. Yeah, you don't even know is there. So let's go ahead and get, excuse me, go ahead and get comfortable. You guys don't have to do anything else. You've done all the work. All the hard stuff's done. Falls on me and your superconscious mind. You're just going to sit back and just relax and get yourselves comfortable. And I'm gonna turn on my little noisemaker over here. Hang on. I hear others in the house. All right, so there we go. Let's go ahead and close your eyes. Let's take a nice deep breath in. And get back into that body. Right back where you were earlier when we first started and your end result. I want you to go back into your body right now. Be there now. And I want you to start to pull the resistance around, pull it out of you, around you, from over you, beside you, under you. Just got to pull all that resistance that you brought up, all that resistance that was brought up in your space. Ooh, and take a deep breath in as you start to release that. And let's just go ahead and put that into that big resistance bubble. That bubble's floating out in front of you. Just let that resistance bubble have it. Just let it have it. Takes it right out of you, off of you. You don't have to worry about it anymore. This is just time for you. Just let that resistance go. Just feel it release from your abdomen. I'm feeling a lot of release from the throat. I'm feeling release, funny enough, from the arms. I'm feeling release from the abdomen. Yeah, just let that go and breathe. And just watch as all that resistance is now contained in that big bubble floating in front of you. It just contains all of it. Don't worry, it's big enough for all of it. It can grow and grow and grow. You cannot outpace your resistance bubble. And just watch as that mist inside all that resistance turns to green mist. This green mist is just swirling around, green mist. It's just so funny to see this green mist swirling around in there. It's like, what was that doing inside of me and on me and around me? What the heck? Just let it go. So good to have that gone now. Feel how much lighter it feels in your body, in your space. You have so much more space for yourself without all that resistance there. You don't need it. Most of it's not yours anyway. So good just to let it go. And now I'd like you to leave that there. We're going to leave that there, and we're going to go ahead and we are going to go ahead and give me permission. Go ahead and give me permission to connect with your superconscious, please. Just in your head or out loud, you can say, I give Linda permission to connect with my superconscious. And we're just going to go ahead and we're going to form our field. And I will, as usual, talk to your superconscious as if it's a person and in English. I will ask it questions and I will give it gentle commands, and it will shift things for you from the top down. And you don't have to do anything. You're just going to observe and just continue to release, and just go ahead and put that grounding down again. Go ahead and make sure your grounding's there. It's attached to that first chakra or the roots, wherever you have them. Just go ahead and just start to release. Just letting go. Just letting go. Breathe. That's right. Thank you. Superconscious, are you there? Superconscious, take us to 9, up to 9, 9, 9, 9, up to 9 frequency. Oh, it feels so much better. Thank you. Thank you, Superconscious. Superconscious, please prepare the perfect treatment plan for today. For each and every person on this call and on the replay at home, creating this beautiful mortigenic field, and just letting us in this field play and release. Superconscious, do you see all the resistance? Do you see all the resistance? Please bring up the resistance. All of it. Thank you, Superconscious. Superconscious, please tag tweet, do a massive change history in the perfect way, in the perfect order. Thank you, thank you. And just begin to release that, letting it go. Superconscious, are all parts on board with the treatment plan today? Can you please bring out any and all parts that are not on board, that need more education? And please educate them, Superconscious, as to all of the benefits involved. Working as a mono personality, for greater satisfaction and less pain. And it's just easier to integrate and just work together. No parts die. We honor, love, and respect every single part. We love all of our parts, all aspects of us. That is who we are. They make us up. No parts die. We're all safe. Thank you. Thank you. Really good. Superconscious, do you see the emotions that come up? Do you see the emotions? Please bring up these emotions, the unwanted emotions. Superconscious, is it safe to treat this today? Can you treat it safely now? Yes. Superconscious, go ahead and treat now. And just breathe and observe. Observe as that emotion or emotions, a feeling, it just disappears. Superconscious, do you see the beliefs? Do you see the beliefs that have been twisted around and turned into lies that are used against us as we move forward toward this true end result, this true desire of living a life I love, of living my true nature and purpose, of helping others, of my health and my vitality, my energy. Superconscious, please tag, treat, do a massive change history. Thank you, thank you. Superconscious, do you see the beliefs? I am capable. I am worthy. I'm smart. I can handle this. I'm perfect. I am good enough. I do belong and I matter. Superconscious, please tag, treat, do a massive change history in the perfect way, in the perfect order, and rearranging these true beliefs, these God-given beliefs, the way they were intended from Creator. Please downloading them now. Thank you, thank you. Returning these beliefs to truth. These beliefs are the truth. Superconscious, see the inner child, the wounded child, the child that's confused, the child that's scared. Superconscious, please bring that child up now. Superconscious, please fill this inner child with light and love, your unconditional love, filling this child's heart and body, the entire being, its entire energy field, its memory banks with true love and light. Allow this inner child to feel the support and love of Source and the support and love of its adult that it's attached to right here and right now. It's always loved and always cared for. It's always safe. It's always safe. That's right. Superconscious, please tag, treat, do a massive change history. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Superconscious, do you see the events? Do you see the original event? The original event that caused those beliefs to get rearranged in a disorganized, confusing, debilitating manner. Please take us all the way back to that original event, all the way back. Grow small, small, young, young, all the way back to before that original event. When the beliefs got distorted, they got changed by an event, by something that was seen, something that was heard, something that the child made means something about it when it didn't mean anything at all regarding that child. Superconscious, can you safely treat this now? Yes, please treat. And just watch as a dam begins to break in that river. The river of desire. It's watching all of that resistance just to break away, crumble away, restoring the flow, releasing the emotions of that moment or moments. We can detach from the emotions. We don't need them. We're going to leave them there as they just wash away. Just let them go. That's right. Superconscious, please take us up over the event on each individual timeline. Superconscious, from this safe place up above, please implant all of those core 6 beliefs. I am capable. I am enough. I am supported. I am smart. I am pretty. I'm healthy. I'm handsome. I matter. I belong. I am so good enough. I'm really, really, really good enough. Superconscious, plant those seeds and watch them grow. Superconscious, bringing these beliefs all the way back up the timeline because they're now instilled in the timeline. We're just going to come all the way back as quickly as possible, all the way up our timeline back to now, and as quickly as possible, just watching as all of those events of the past just realign themselves with these new beliefs, with these corrected beliefs, with these God-given beliefs. That's right, they're God-given beliefs. They're the truth. They're your truth. And bring them all the way back up the timeline, all the way to now, all the way to the now. Breathe. Superconscious, please tag tweet to a master change history with total love and respect. Thank you. Thank you. Superconscious, do you see the body systems? Superconscious, please treat the entire nervous system, the endocrine system, the entire stress response system. And please take that first chakra down, those chakras that are open wide, just shut them back down. Shut them back down to 50%, 40%, and if it's okay, even 30%. Just shutting down that red alert, that fight or flight response. It's not needed right now. There's no tigers, no lions, no bears. It's just us right here, right now, hanging out. And just release and let go. Superconscious, please tag tweet to a massive change history. Thank you, thank you. Let's breathe. Really good. Superconscious, I'd like you to please bring up any and all remaining resistance. Please bring up any and all remaining resistance that we're not aware of, that's hiding out. Please allowing that resistance to know that no parts die. All parts are loved and respected. And all parts can now join and integrate and come back together in the whole, working together as a whole. Can all parts see, Superconscious, can all parts see now that they all have the highest intent? They all have the highest purpose. It's the same purpose. That's right, it's the same purpose. Superconscious, please allow the integration to happen now. And breathe. Superconscious, as if with a dial, just to dial down any remaining resistance, starting at 5 all the way down to 0 or as close to 0 as possible. Superconscious, please turn that resistance down from 5 to 4, from 4 to 3, lower and lower, more and more, to 2. Breathe and release, just releasing more and more, all the way down to 1 and down to 0, just letting it go. That's right, just releasing it from that second chakra, the third chakra, just releasing it down, that grounding, letting it go. Superconscious, please tag tweet to a massive change history. Superconscious, please treat all of the memories that we've touched upon today, the memories 1, 2, and 3, the tandem memories, the shadow memories, parallel lifetimes, past lifetimes, future lifetimes, all levels of physiology and all levels of consciousness. And Superconscious, please reconnect them all and ground them back into the matrix of the universe. Please tag tweet to a master change history. Thank you, thank you. So right now, with your eyes closed, I'd like you to remember you have that resistance bubble out in front of you, and it probably doesn't even matter anymore because we got rid of so much of it, but whatever's left over there, we're gonna pick up a big pin. Imagine you have a giant pin and you're just gonna pick up the pin and you're gonna pop that bubble, watch it explode away from you. It's exploding away from you at the speed of light, going far, far, far away from you. It's going over the horizon. That green mist is spewing out. It's just disappearing, disappearing, going, 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 gone. Doesn't it feel so good to have that gone? Just feel how relieved you are, how relieved your body is, allowing it to relax more and more, knowing that that is all gone. All gone. Really good. With your eyes closed, I'd like you to step back into that end result without all that resistance, with all of that gone. Let's get back in the end result. Be there now, be it now. You are it. You've achieved it. It's yours. You already did it. Look at how easy it was for you to do it. Where are you? Who are you with? What are you doing? What's happening? How has it changed? You know, what are you thinking? How are you holding your body? Show your body what's there. Show your body what it is to be in this true choice. The body is just as happy being there as it is anywhere else. It just needs to know before it gets there. We're showing it now, so that when it comes in the physical, that it shows up and it's accepted. It's readily accepted by the body. That's right. And the unconscious mind. And feel how amazing it is. How amazing. How are you feeling inside? Feel the gratitude in your heart. Feel just how amazing it is that you achieved this thing. Be proud of yourself. Hear what other people are saying to you. They're so excited. They're so grateful for what you are bringing, because you are serving. This is how you serve others. That's right. And you're serving in the best way, in the best time, exactly how you were meant to serve. It's what you were sent here for. It's what you were meant to do. Breathe that in. Let it radiate through all the cells in your body. Fill your heart with love and joy and unconditional love of the God of your heart, because you are so loved and you are so important. You matter. Boy, do you matter. You are so needed here. Thank you for being here, and thank you for doing this. And when you're ready, go ahead and open up your eyes. Come on back to me. Whew. There was major, major, major stuff going on there, guys. Thank you. Right in the chat box for me. You know, what happened? What was that like? What did it feel like? What's your number now? You guys started at 9s and 10. What's your resistance at now? 0 to 10? April says, I'm at a 2. Oh, so good. April, I'm so glad to get that down to a 2. Chase says he's still at a 6. That's okay. We're chipping away at it. That's what we were doing. We were doing that on the timeline. We were chipping away at those boulders. A 6 is a whole lot better than a 9. We can move around a 6. It's a lot easier to move with a 6. Sarah says 9 to 2. Really good. April said felt nurturing and loving. Yeah. Super conscious is nurturing and loving. It's true. Yeah. It's that is the difference between that and the monkey mind. So, you know, when you're in your head, that doesn't feel nurturing and flowing, does it? And glowing or anything else, right? It doesn't. It beats when you're beating yourself up. Stop. You got to stop. If you can't stop, you need the Recode, right? Get some help. But yeah, Sarah says I'm feeling flowing and glowing and different. Yeah, definitely. Good work, guys. Really good work. Chase said tranced and twitched towards the end when my mind finally let go. Yes, it does. And you know, the numbers continue to come down too, because that twitching is a letting go, and it's also the reintegration. It's your parts are coming back together again, and it's kind of funny because sometimes Chris makes a joke about it. Sometimes he'll see, you know, as people are integrated, they go. He's funny though. So Sarah says, big wider out there in a in a bigger field. Yes, we expand the field when we got so much more room when we let go of all that resistance. And there's a lot of area to see. Exactly. So much more room for what you're bringing in. We have to get rid of the old, right? And bring in the new. So getting rid of that old energy is really, really important. So really good, guys. Quick announcements. If you haven't heard, we got back the webinar vault. It will be in your mastermind class. It was taken out at some point without any word to us. And I've been fighting for the last couple of months as soon as I discovered it, and they finally put it back. So thank you, Chris. Thank you, Chris and Magnetic Mind, for putting that back in. So what that means to you is you can go in and get the replays. For us on the West Coast, I was fighting with them. I was like, look, guys, our lives are only, you know, at 8 o'clock in the morning and 5. Those are work hours. We're in commuter traffic. You know, we need the replays, and, you know, somebody finally listened to me and made a call and got it back in. So I'm so excited about that. Today's Wednesday, right? So Chris is on tonight at 5 o'clock. Pacific, 5 o'clock Pacific. Sarah, I think it's at 7 for you. Shay, it's at 5 for you. And April, I think it's at 8 for you. Anyway, check your times in the members area because all those links sometimes are there, and those are the right ones, not necessarily mine, because I don't, I forget the time zones that we're all in. We've got all different time zones. So really great work today, guys. You know, I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording for those at home, and great job. And you feel welcome to stay on, and I can take any questions that you might have. I'm just going to go ahead and stop that recording, and go have a great day. Be magnetic.